It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. I was dead on my end, which I've gotten fixed now. I assume everybody can hear me. It's always technical issues with me. You know that, guys. There's always something wrong. Anyway, somebody stick something in the chat if you guys can hear me. I would appreciate that. Anyway, welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. This is what is today? Today's Saturday. It's October the 2nd, and I'm all confused this morning, which is nothing unusual. All right, so now we're getting this back together. Here we go. All right, Saturday, October the 2nd. It's National Custodian Day, folks. This is when, there's a lot of frontline workers out there that have become so important in our lives. The grocery store people, of course, obviously the healthcare people, but just numerous folks that are on the front lines all the time. And this is one that I found at least interesting, is custodians. And they're clearly out there as well on the front line. So if you see a custodian, janitor, somebody like that today, just say, hey, we appreciate what you do. So anyway, that is that. And I am assuming that you guys can hear me, although nobody's popped into the chat room on that one yet. Comments. Hi, good morning from Jacksonville. Yeah, there's Nikki, Hot Air Tom's with us. Carol's with us. Okay, glad you guys are here, and I'm assuming you can hear me. At least nobody is saying you can't. So I'm going to go on and consider that I am being heard. Okay. In the news today, we got Hurricane Sam, which moves away from Bermuda. We've got Victor weakening. We've got Royal Caribbean advice for Canadian cruisers. Celebrity updates final payment terms, and a huge week ahead for cruising restart in the U.S. And I mean to tell you, it is a huge week we have coming up. Sailings today, folks. This is just today. Boy, what am I having issues with oxygen this morning? Doesn't want to seem to stay in place. All right, just today, folks, we've got down in Miami, we got Symphony of the Seas and Carnival Horizon. Port Canaveral, we've got Carnival Magic and Carnival Mardi Gras sailing. Galveston, we've got Carnival Vista. And out in Seattle, we have Norwegian Encore. Now, since we don't broadcast Travel and Cruise Industry News on Sunday because of Cruise Amigos, here's what is happening tomorrow as well. From Baltimore, we've got Carnival Pride. From Bayonne, we've got Oasis of the Seas. Fort Lauderdale has Odyssey of the Seas. Galveston has both the Carnival Dream and Liberty of the Seas. Miami has Norwegian Gem. New Orleans has Carnival Glory. New York has Norwegian Breakaway. And Port Canaveral has both MSC Divina and Allure of the Seas. Now, while, this represents a really good weekend as things have gone in the reopen, it's nothing like the week ahead. Next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 3-day weekend, would you believe there will be 33 cruise ship sailings from American ports? Cruising is back, folks. Now, let's just keep it healthy. All right. Just thought I'd throw that in. Now, have a couple. I think I probably missed out on a couple of these pictures from Elizabeth. So if I duplicate folks, I apologize because we had such a screw up over signals and all that business, and trying to do Wi-Fi and trying to edit in, and it was just a disaster. So we did clean that up yesterday with the video, which we'll also do today. But anyway, Cozumel had the Ironman competition this last weekend. This is one of on location with Elizabeth's friends and her husband that completed the Ironman triathlon, and that's pretty awesome. And then a couple pictures from the No Name Bar. These are various crew members. Unfortunately, I don't have their names and where they're from, but these are several crew members that were visiting the No Name Bar yesterday on the first couple days that crew members were allowed to get off the ship in Cozumel. And this is our friend Elizabeth back in the day. And that's Dr. Ruth. Remember Dr. Ruth? Well, that's Elizabeth with Dr. Ruth. And that was on the Sun Princess way back when, they were doing the Love Boat. But anyway, that's our Elizabeth. Now, Elizabeth was down in Playa del Carmen yesterday. That's any of you been there and you are familiar with that statue. That's the statue of Playa del Carmen. Now, Elizabeth was she says, "Oh, I don't think we should use this because that's cheesy. But she ran into a friend of hers from Diamonds International. What can you expect besides something being a little cheesy when you got people that sell stuff for a living? But anyway, this is on location live with Elizabeth from Playa del Carmen.
Okay. Hey, Chillie. We're here in Playa del Carmen. I'm on the wonderful 5th Avenue, and I just ran into an old friend of mine.
Hello, my name is Lisa. Hello.
From Diamonds International. Yeah. And I was so happy to see her because here she is on the street, and we have so many people walking down the area here.
Yes.
And yes.
Yes, we have many people.
Finally.
After a year, we have a lot of people now. Thanks God.
Yeah. So you're getting some business in the store?
We're getting good business now. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're working hard. People is coming. They are enjoying, having good time with us. So come.
Come.
Yeah, come.
You're in Playa del Carmen.
Yeah.
You need to buy diamonds and watches and tanzanite and all of that. And a fabulous company that she's working for. They have lots of great things. But again, it's all tax and duty free. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, send me a message as well. But it's great to see.
Yes.
Old friends.
It's good to see the people that's coming here to visit us, to enjoy the time here with us. That's good. Everything is getting better.
Everything is getting better. And as you can see from the people behind us, there are people walking around here on 5th Avenue, and it's a good thing. But we need people here. So if you're watching us from the United States or from Canada or from Europe or wherever, and you can come down here, this is the best place to take a vacation and come and spend some money. Let me tell you, the people here are hardworking, they're wonderful, they're grateful, and we need the money down here.
Yeah. Yes, come to visit us.
So come to visit.
Come
to visit, but also know that you'll get amazing deals, not only tax and duty free, but incredible discounts on things. And it's so nice if you can just help the local community of places that you like to travel to. And I came down here 30 years ago to Mexico, and the reason I keep coming back and the reason I stay here and live here is because the people are so nice. And if you want to support a local economy, please come to Mexico.
Yes, please come to visit us and spend some money with us too.
Yeah, exactly.
To be true.
So a great day for me because I ran into an old friend. And we're happy to be here in Playa del Carmen. But if not in Playa del Carmen, come over to Cozumel or spend some time in both places. It's absolutely wonderful, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you on the high seas and back here in the ports and spend some money that you haven't spent in the last 18 months. Come down here and spend it.
Come to get good diamonds, watches, jewelry, tanzanite. We can clean your pieces too.
And they'll even clean their jewelry.
Yes.
There you go. Anyway, love you guys, and we look forward to seeing you all back here in Playa del Carmen or Cozumel or anywhere in Mexico. Love you guys, and take care. See you soon.
Okay, that was Elizabeth. Yeah, that was a little cheesy, I admit, but that's okay. Anyway, she was in Playa del Carmen yesterday. This is going to be, I think, a fun feature on the show, especially when she gets recalled back on the ship, and she'll be able to do lots of stuff from lots of different places for us. So I'm just tickled pink with that. So I hope you guys will learn to love her as much as I do. I think she's fabulous. All right, let's see. Where am I now? I need to talk about the weather. Oh, yeah. Good old Sam. Man, it's getting tired of talking about Sam. It's been such a long haul with it. But Sam is now moving away from Bermuda. Tropical storm warnings discontinued for the island this morning, pretty early, as a matter of fact. It's about 255 miles east of Bermuda now, which is about 1,035 miles southwest of Cape Race, Newfoundland. It's slowed down now to about 130 mile an hour winds, but she's moving off at a pretty good clip to the northwest. A turn to the northeast is expected by tonight with an increase in forward speed through Monday. On the forecast track, Sam will continue to move away from Bermuda. Maximum sustained winds have decreased to about 130. Sam is still a Category 4 hurricane for now, but additional weakening is forecast for the next couple of days. Sam is expected to remain a major hurricane through tonight, and then it's going to start dropping fairly rapidly. It's liable to become post-tropical low by Monday or early Tuesday. Hurricane force winds extend outward to about 65 miles from the center. Tropical force winds outward to about 205 miles on the last run through by the weather chasers. The central pressure is about 945, so it's come up a little. So we're showing some signs of Sam starting to weaken, and thankfully, Sam has not been bad as far as any land is concerned, so it hasn't done much of anything. Victor continues to weaken over the eastern tropical Atlantic. It's expected to become a remnant low by Monday. It's located about 850 miles west-southwest of Cabo Verde Islands, 50-mile-an-hour winds. It's moving at west-northwest, 13 miles an hour. Pressure's 1,001. This is doing nothing, absolutely nothing. So, and it's going to die away sometime today or tonight. All right. I did something a little different today. Chantel McPhee penned a fairly lengthy piece for the Royal Caribbean blog dealing with the hoops that Canadians have to jump through to successfully sail from U.S. ports. And it's a lengthy article because it covers literally everything from pre-cruise stuff you need to do, testing, vaccinations, onboard testing. It covers everything from the Royal Caribbean perspective now, folks. If you're sailing on a Carnival or something like that, it still could be different, but it is a long piece. So rather than going through it all here, I just posted it on my accessible website. The link to that is not only in the chat room, it's also in the description. If you're going on a cruise anytime soon, especially if you're going to be on Royal Caribbean, you might want to familiarize yourself with this because even though if you're from the States, you still got to do a lot of the same things the Canadians have to do, but they have to go through 10 kinds of hell. No offense, folks, but that's just awful what they have to do to actually get on a cruise from the States now. So anyway, that's a major piece that Chantal wrote, and well worth a read if you can get over there and see it. So let's see what else we got here. Celebrity has made one major change, folks, and I thought it was worth pointing out. They've changed the final payment dates for cruises over the next 6 months to give you greater flexibility and more peace of mind. For all Celebrity sailings departing between December 1st and March 31st of 2022, of course, final payment will now not be due until 60 days prior to the cruise departure. So that's a little change in procedures that some of you guys might really appreciate. So we were very light on news today, folks. I guess the biggest thing is, everybody's busy with sailings this weekend, and next weekend it's going to be huge. It's going to be even more. I think 9 or 10 more ships sail next week than are sailing this week. So we're going to have just a huge weekend next weekend. So, all right, let's go see who's over in the chat room. If anybody's giving me a hard time this morning. Tom Henry, Hot Air Tom's with us. Carol is here. Hey, Carol. Carol says, thanks for the Canadian Cruiser link. No problem. And again, I it's obviously for Carol, it's a good read because she's got to go through those hoops, but it's a good read for anybody. And Nikki says, you can hear me. Yeah, I was worried about that at first because I started off and I had nothing in my ear. So, oh well. Chillie attracts all the sexy ladies. I hear you. Hot Air Tom, I hear you. And someone who is cruising on the Gem out of Miami is Sunday post a question about anyone worried about the storms. No, we're close to where the Gem is going. Yeah, there's goodness, no. That's not going to affect that at all. It really didn't even affect Bermuda that much. Some little surf issues and some undertow and stuff, a little bit of rain and wind, but nothing that unusual. Certainly not like a massive Category 4 hurricane was roaring by. Emily's with us. Hope all is well, she says. Glad to have you, Emily. Briefly spoke with Lady, and the virus is bad in Alaska. I did see, by the way, where they've had a spike in cases this week. And unfortunately, Alaska is one of 4 or 5 states that are worse than everybody else. A lot of states now, especially across the South, where we've had problems recently, we're seeing a little bit of a drop in numbers. I know Virginia, while we're still, in the red zone, Virginia is showing some improvement. Florida has showed some major improvement, which I'm so thankful for that one because Florida's been awful. But even across the, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, where they were having a lot of problems, things are looking up there. So we're seeing some very positive things. And it just, it helps me to maintaining positiveness right now, which I wasn't, quite frankly, up till, a week or so ago. I was really worried that things were going to get worse rather than get better. And it looks like things are getting better. So that's a good thing for the cruise industry. Sorry there wasn't a whole lot of news this morning. There really wasn't. But probably as soon as I get off the air, something major is going to happen. Also, tomorrow on Cruise Amigos, we do not, at this point, have a guest. I haven't talked to John or Martin yet. I've got some questions for Martin on some of the things that he's doing over there from his Agent of the Year status. But anyway, we'll talk to him about some things that are up over there in Great Britain, I'm sure. We got a bunch of people over there that are sailing this week or have, we'll be getting back home here over the weekend. So we'll probably have some of them on the show for the next week or so. So, all right, that's going to wrap things up. Tom Henry says 4 Viator tours are booked. Good for you. Glad to hear it. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. You guys have a terrific weekend. Hope you join us tomorrow for Cruise Amigos with Martin, John, and myself at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thanks always to Elizabeth for our On Location with Elizabeth Stern down there in Cozumel, and she was in Playa del Carmen yesterday. And thank you guys for all being with me. By the way, Jason, if you catch this on replay, I think you're back to working today after a day off yesterday. I finally got over that hump. We finally hit 2,400. We were 2,401 this morning. Seemed like we were stuck there forever. So anyway, that's a good sign. All right, guys, I'll see everybody on tomorrow for Cruise Amigos and then on Monday with Monday Travel and Cruise Industry News. For now, this is the old fat travel guy. You guys have a terrific weekend. See everybody soon. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.